So the 20th century was known as the century characterized as the first human century, where previously linguistic activity, writing and speaking to those who were present, reading from those who were not, was altered by these two realities of the first electronic and the first image-based technologies or media. What it changes is the relationship between the proximate and the distant.
Right.
Because electronic technologies permit us to have discourse with people who are not materially present. Then with the 21st century we get the really new, because at least your telephone in the 20th century was tethered to a wall somewhere. You could escape it. Your television was tethered to a wall. Now they're in our pocket, in our purse, because the smartphone takes all of the attributes of the 20th century and by the 21st makes them as ubiquitous as the poor. They are with us always. Our fundamental responsibility is to take these tiny little images of God when they're born, and in the 18 to 21 years that we have them under our roofs, do the best we can to cultivate all of those things that make the human distinctly humane. You do not take an 8-year-old to a 32-year-old immediately. They have to go there through incremental steps. Growing attention span, reading books together, limiting the amount of the day that a child can have a smartphone. Steve Jobs would not let his kids use any Apple products. Almost everyone involved in the digital industry has severe, draconian restrictions, we would say, on their children's use of these things. Marianne Wolf at Tufts says not more than 60 minutes a day. The neurologists who study this say that the digital world, because it is so frequently alarming, it actually creates neural pathways that reinforce alarming attention at the expense of executive attention, and so we are less capable of concentrating and thinking, and we are less capable of concentrating on a human. Because to notice a person is to notice more than they actually tell us. And so some of the people who study this are more concerned for social development, some are more concerned for cognitive development. I'm concerned for both forms of development. If you can cultivate that mindset that we make tools and tools make us, we make media and media make us, then for the rest of your life you can ask perfectly intelligent questions about, if I use this for an hour a day, what would it likely do? And then you can manage it.